Alright, so here's my part 1 video on the Grizzly Model H2936 Downdraft table. I'm going to be using this table for all sorts of metalworking. I'm going to modify it so I can do some angle grinding, die grinding, drilling, some light welding, some plasma cutting, and some spray painting. Now this is actually a woodworking downdraft table. And if you call Grizzly, they will tell you, I'm absolutely crazy, don't listen to me. You need to buy their metalworking table. Well, this unit, although it used to be a lot cheaper still, it used to be like $800 or $900. Now you can pick them up for about $1,200 to $1,300, but it's a real economical package compared to anything else out in the market. So in this video, I'm going to show you how it comes. The next video, I'm going to show you everything that I've modified. So first and foremost, I've already gone and modified this with wheels. So I got swiveling casters that lock on all 4 corners. So it's very mobile because this thing's pretty heavy. It's a couple hundred pounds. It comes with solid feet. They screw in so you can level it, but let's be serious. Who wants to just have this in one spot? I want to roll this around the shop and use it where I'm working. So that's the one modification I've already done, is the wheels. And then of course I've bolted a vise on here. This is going to change. I'm going to elevate this so that I can actually rotate the handle all the way around. So it comes with a nice long extension cord or plug-in cable, so you can reach quite a ways away. It's not too terribly loud. It does have 2 120 volt outlets right here, and it even says they're only rated for 6 amps. Now these grates come out, which are actually a nice tight fit, which is important. You can take them out and shake them off. Now I've noticed there's not a lot of videos out there about this table, which kind of drives me nuts because it's a pretty pricey investment for something you can't hardly see any pictures of. So you do have this little stand here. I put my cutoff wheels on here for right now. And then for right now, this is my last mod I'm going to show you in this first video. I actually 3D printed these filter wedges, because the way this works is you have a thinner replaceable filter on the outside and this thicker. I believe this is a 1-inch filter and this is a 2-inch filter. They're not really that thick, but this drops down in, slides forward, and you can tell that these are not the stock filters. I went to Menards and picked these up for now. And these would be considered woodworking filters. I'm actually going to order a couple different sets of filters to allow me to do all the different stuff, the plasma cutting and the painting, and we'll have to swap those out between each process. So this has an angled chute, and if you don't have these wedges in here, what happens is it will open up a gap, because this only gets sucked in when you turn the filter on, which I'll do here. And then when the fan shuts off, these filters will fall forward, and that allows the crap that falls down the chute to get in between your filters, which is bad because I like to mount stuff in the vise and drill, and then my drill shavings can get trapped between there. So I printed these wedges to always hold the filters tight inside, and that also really helps quiet up the fan. If the filters are tight up against the screen, it quiets the fan way down. And then you have this nice tray, so there's another chute right here. It slants that way, so everything falls down into the bottom, and this part here is even angled, so everything falls down to the bottom. So then you can come down in here and you can pull this all the way out, and you can go dump this, and you can see all the stuff I've accumulated. I haven't even dumped this yet. And real quickly, I wanted to get a view of this thing all the way around before I bought it. So I'll show you what it looks like. It's flat on the back and this side. And then on this side, you have your door for your fan. You have to pull these 5 screws out, and then you can open the door up and access the squirrel cage fan. So right out of the box, it's a pretty great investment. I added the wheels. I'm putting a vise on the top, put the wedges in, and now I'm going to change our backsplash panels, because the way this is set up right now, you have to unbolt each side, or unclamp I should say, fold the back all the way down, and then you can release the sides. You cannot just open up one side or the other, which I think is really stupid. You should be able to open one side or the other, and if you want to drop the back, open both sides up. So I'm going to modify it so that I can do that. I'll be able to open one side and then the other, because if you're grinding or drilling on anything that's longer than the table, which is pretty likely, you might want to just open one side up. The other thing that's probably obvious is these backsplash panels are way too short. So I'm actually going to make these about 3 feet tall. I'm going to add a light on top so we get plenty of light down in here for what I'm working on. And at that point, I think we're going to be set up pretty well. So if you're looking at buying one of these and you can get a good enough deal on it, I highly recommend it. They do come on a freight truck, but they're so light that you and the freight delivery driver should be able to just lift it from the freight truck into your pickup bed. You really shouldn't have to pay for the lift gate fee. So thanks for watching. I'm super anxious to show you this once it's modified. We'll see you then.